Hey everybody, thank you for joining me and welcome to this special pick a card. So today we're doing a special pick a pile and I'm using 4 decks of tarot cards, including the Cosmic Tarot, Tarot of a Moon Garden, the Ellis deck. This is a self-published deck. It's really beautiful, especially if you want to remove all Christian iconography from the deck. This one was really great, and the guy who made it was really nice. When I did a promotion with him of this deck several years ago, super nice guy, super hardworking. Get this deck if you're interested. And then the Morgan Greer. All the decks are beautiful, of course, and we're gonna do a Celtic cross with each one, so you can just kind of figure out which one you feel the most drawn to, and we'll just do a reading with it. Here is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So if the video started at this point, then this is the time to make time caps. I know people are making time caps with the pre-show. If you see the pre-show, don't bother, because you're gonna lose time, and we're gonna have to adjust it anyway. If you guys can leave a comment when you watch, it's an exchange of karma, so I'm super happy to bring these videos for you guys. But if you could kindly leave a comment and a like, that would be great. Okay, so we're going to begin, because I want to do this as a sort of quick pick. We're doing Celtic crosses, 4 Celtic crosses. So again, this is the Cosmic, the Moon, Taylor's deck, and the Morgan Greer. And I'm going to move them up to, maybe I can leave them, oh, this will be nice. So just keep it in mind which one you want, and I'll put them on the diagonal here. I hope you guys are having a nice day. We're going to start with number 1, okay? And I picked these cards in the pre-show, and so the bottom card is actually the first card I drew, and so we're going to start with that one, okay? So if you're wondering why I'm choosing the card from the bottom, it's the first one that I drew. So your first card is the 3 of Pentacles. So what that means is this is an issue concerning money. So there's money or work involved. It's time for you to really apply yourself. You have been working really hard towards a goal or towards some kind of destination. You have been applying yourself and maybe training yourself as well. This also pertains to people who are in school, and the outcome of your effort, it's starting to come along now. So people are recognizing the effort that you're putting in. You may have met somebody at work. That's the first feeling that I get from the reading. The next card is the 6 of Pentacles. And so I feel like there's a fair bit of reciprocity in the situation. Give and take is happening at a fair amount. Nobody is taking from anyone inappropriately. People are contributing. They're being generous. Let's take a look at the next card. We have the Queen of Cups here at the top. There's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio involved. She has a lot of opinions, and I feel like she works from her emotions. I feel like she's trying to... This is very practical energy, and I feel like she is adding to it a sense of emotion, a sense of interpretation. So it's like, it's in the way that it's presented. She's very good on marketing teams, you know. She designs the concept or the idea around the project or the product that you're making. So this person could be seeing what you're doing and drawing conclusions and telling its story about it. And I feel like it's we'll see. I'm a little bit I'm curious about this card. Below the surface, more earth cards. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is Sun in Virgo. So this is the time between August and September. I feel like it is describing circumstances associated with really getting good at things. This Queen of Cups, I feel like there's hesitation towards her because she's quick to judge a situation, and you're like, wait, I'm just learning. I haven't figured it out yet. In the past, I feel you've had the 9 of Cups. There was a job opportunity something came into your life that gave you a lot of hope. It was the thing you had worked for. It was that chance. And so you're putting all your effort into making it real. The oncoming card is the Two of Cups. So I feel like you could have even met someone at work. It could have been a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. A lot of things are going your way, it looks like. It looks like, you know, there's love in the air. You're getting a lot accomplished. Things are being productive. You in the situation is the Princess of Pentacles. So you're definitely at the beginning of some big career. If you chose number one, whatever you're doing, you're going in the right direction. And I think that there is a lot of purpose in what you're doing. Maybe that's why you're drawing also in so much love attention. At the time that I'm reading, there's a big grand earth trine and a grand water trine. So we have 3 cards for earth, 4 cards for earth, and 3 water cards. So just wanted to point that out. This reading is for any time, not just right now. Around you is the King of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So I feel like somebody is admiring you. 3 of Pentacles suggests that. So somebody is admiring your work. But I also feel like somebody is admiring your appearance or who you are as a person. The next card is, he looks grumpy to me today, so King of Wands. I think that you've been hoping for this person to come through for you, but I felt because he was grumpy, it seemed as though you were like, not that guy again. It's like, oh, hey baby, how's it going? It's like, no, I want the King of Swords today. So I feel like there's a lot of probably attention that is being given in your direction. And if you're a man watching this, just please take that as a page. It just symbolizes the beginning of energy, earth and earth, a new project or career. The outcome card is, so you have the 7 of Wands. Beat them off with a stick. You know your worth, so you better fight for it. So I feel like in this situation, you have a lot going on in your favor. And I feel like people are noticing what you have to offer. I think that you're on the radar for a lot of people. So there will be a lot of inquiry, which is kind of a conflict to what you're doing, because you have to develop yourself, right? You have to develop yourself, and you have to figure out exactly who and what your identity is still in terms of work or whatever is going on. It's almost like before it even starts, there's already such a hub about it. Okay, so romance angel time, just for a little closure. So here is your card. Boom, soulmate. This is your soulmate. What I actually think it means is everything's on point, everything is coming together. You are your own soulmate. You're really in that strain of doing well by yourself, going in the right direction, and I think that that's super attractive. But I do feel like if you're wondering whether your soulmate's coming in, this could be also a confirmation that your soulmate is somewhere near you. So I'm going to put that in so the other piles can have a chance at this card, because I know that's one of the popular cards. But I think if you chose number 1, you have a lot to look forward to. So these cards don't lie, but specifically this deck has a lot of like positive energy readings. That really positive messages come through it. So yeah. Okay, so if you chose number 2, I got excited, sorry. If you chose number 2, let's take a look at the moon garden tarot. So again, hello, and if you're watching for number 2, I'm going to pick the cards from the bottom of the deck because those were the cards that I chose first. So your first message is the Eight of Staffs, which is the 8 of Wands. So a lot of positive messages have been coming into your life. I feel like people are encouraging you a lot. I feel like they're saying nice things to you, and it's brightening your life. In the cross position, you have the King of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. You've had a critical person around you for quite some time. This person's influence on you hasn't been positive, in the sense that when something is positive is being directed to you, you have this trained mentality that it's not true, it's not for you, whatever, right? And so I feel like this King of Swords kind of rubbed off on you in the wrong way. And this is probably some kind of encouragement for you to embrace hope and opportunity once again, away from the critical thinking, critical mind. At the top you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I feel like this is a new project, a new opportunity. There could be budding love for you. So budding love means like someone new who you fall in love with. They could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. There may be a new child on the way, but if you don't know about the child yet, you're not pregnant. This is just a confirmation. It would be showing in this position. So like it would be 6 months pregnant or more, maybe 5 months. So it would definitely be no question that there's a child coming into this world. Below the surface is the Five of Swords. There's an incongruency here in terms of ideas. I feel like this person has imposed on you quite a lot. Maybe not directly, not telling you think this or that, but I feel like this person wanted things their way. They wanted to control their world, and as you were proxy to them, you were a part of the things that they were projecting, right? In the past, we had the Nine of Staffs. There was a period of security that you were able to draw away and make plans for the future. You had assessed the situation, and so you're starting to differentiate where you want to go versus where you've been, which is an imposition of ideas, discouragement, thinking negatively. You're moving away from all those ideas. The oncoming energy is the Page of Staffs. So this is you, I feel. This can mean Sag, Leo, or Aries, rising, moon, or sun. But the Page of Staffs actually also means an adventure. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, by the way. So it's fast moving, loving communication. And I feel like the Page of Staffs could be a person who's coming into your life, but this person can also be a person, this could be also you embarking on some new adventure. This could also be love pulling you out of difficult thinking from the past, a new relationship that makes you feel very young again. The next message is the Two of Swords. So you see this duality here, you know, the old king of the past, the new love, the hope, you know, breaking through against all odds. You have to make decisions. Those decisions feel really big because you don't know which way to go. You have an old way of doing things and a new way of doing things, and you have to figure out which one's which. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune around you. So you can trust the world around you because there will be opportunity coming in. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So someone around you could be bringing you a lot of luck and opportunity at this time. The next message is the Hanged Man. You're afraid of inertia. You're afraid that things will stay the same forever, for too long, and that you'll never break away from these cycles. The next and last message is the Hierophant, which is the card of Taurus. It's also the card of community. So I feel like you are stepping into a community that will be supportive of you. I feel like you will develop as a person a lot, and I feel like the main thing that you should focus on is how you've internalized the energy of the King of Swords, how you've internalized those thoughts and ideas that have in some way trained you to think against yourself, think against your will or the directions that you want to go, because you have a proven track record that those thoughts and ideas don't work anymore. And I think that people will stand in your way as you appreciate the fact that you have been maintaining this energy for too long, doing things against yourself, choosing paths that will be hurtful to you, making choices that you know will not work out, being self-destructive. All of those behaviors have to do with you believing something to be true, and in order to feel good about yourself, you're in some way enacting the behaviors rather than accepting the philosophy of this. So you would say, no, I'm not negative. But then if you look at your behaviors, you've been doing behaviors that are negative because you were trained so closely to think that way that it's really hard to recognize that within yourself. So you're really breaking through. It could be through other people's support. It's just the right time for you to try, and there's going to be a community or a marriage that is in some way waiting for you on the other side. Okay? So it's a continuation. There's no, kind of immediate fix, but I think you're heading in the right direction. Your card is very soon. Okay? Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I feel like sooner than later, you will make a decision. And you're still at an impasse considering the different options. 2 pages together is just so much energy that there's a really high chance that you will be moving along with things really quite quickly, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at number 3s. So again, this is the Tarot of the Moon Garden. And your last card was the Hierophant. So I don't know if I spoke to this enough, but you're definitely stepping into another system. Maybe another system of religion, another system of thinking. You're definitely progressing away from things of the past, away from the way that you were doing them before. And that was probably taught to you by someone around you who had a certain way of doing things, or even group of people around you. Okay, so let's take a look at number 3s. You guys chose Taylor Ellis's deck. Let's take a look at his first card. So we have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. If this is you, you're on top of your game. If this is not you, then someone around you has a lot of resources. They have really grounded energy. They've achieved a lot. They have pushed forward a lot in life. And now they are sitting quite comfortably in the circumstances they've built for themselves. The next message is the Chariot. This is the crossing card. So with the Chariot, we have the sign of Cancer. This is overcoming. This is overcoming things of the past. This is the celebration for all the hard work that you've put into your life and put into your situations. If this is you, this is just you sitting pretty and taking note of how much progress you've made. If this is you with someone else, love is ascending. This is also to do with business. So if you're concerned about business matters, this is really assuring a lot of success and progress. Here is the next message. We have the Queen of Rods. So she is a Leo, Sag, or Aries. I feel as though she is very charming, very smart, very witty and funny. And I feel like this is maybe the face you're showing to the world, or this is the relationship that's going on. So a fire sign type female energy and an earth type masculine energy. And so I feel like maybe this is the relationship that's going on. There's a deep connection there and a lot of happiness. Below the surface, we have the Queen of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You can see her eyes moving. Oh, that's so trippy. Okay, so so we have the Queen of Cups. When you have queens like this, there could be like, oh, her eyes. Okay, so if you guys can make the screen bigger, then do so, because her eyes are just wild in this. They could be having conversations. They could be having productive conversations, networking. There could be gossip involved, but I don't have any cards to indicate something that's malicious or negative. In the past, we have the Emperor. So this is kind of like forging your own ground. This is this is the kingdom. Sorry for the weird analogy. This is the kingdom or lifestyle that you had before, and now you're heading into a new life, and you're kind of forging your own territory and your own domain. Here is the oncoming energy. We have the Seven of Rods. So you're sticking up for yourself. I feel like there's a lot to do. I think that you in some way want to make a mark for yourself. You want to make a identity for yourself, who you are in the world, settle down, put down roots, and you're ready to work for it. You're ready to try to establish something for yourself. And I think that you have several good people who are willing to help you and make sure you're successful. The next message is the Four of Cups. There will be an offer that is being given to you, an offer you're considering. I feel like you are trying to figure out which way is the best way to approach a situation. You may not be seeing the full scope of things, but you can't really get too worried about being able to see the full scope because you have limited information, and so it's natural. So don't beat your brain up about it. The surrounding energy is the Seven of Pentacles. Everybody around you wants you to save or is saving themselves. So there's a lot of this kind of like, people are really focused on long-term resources. They're focusing on their long-term well-being. So maybe people are in some way separate from one another, or maybe they just want to talk to one another when there are productive things to do. So people are really conscious of what's going on around them in your environment right now. So it's only, there's not much carefree behavior. There's a lot of like, what can I achieve to get to this? Maybe this is the goal for all of you. Maybe this is you, the Seven of Wands with these two queens. So there's not much of anything but trying to achieve this or this, trying to achieve success status, right? And then the next card is the Ten of Pentacles, goals. I totally didn't look, so I think we nailed it on the head. I think that you're at this stage where you're really ambitious and you want to achieve a lot. If you're in a relationship, then you're both gunning for goals. I don't think that you're kind of too interested in anything else other than achievement. The outcome card is Temperance. So go slowly. This is a beautiful card. So go slowly. Things will come of their own time. This is the card of Sagittarius. So maybe a Sagittarius helps or is involved, but I feel like this also can represent that there is a union of people. So I feel as though there's things in flux here. There's like people interacting with one another, and not too many alliances are completely formed, and so there's a lot of fluidity and change that's going on. And I feel like the general movement forward is for people to come together and figure out who their teammates, partners, that kind of thing are. You know, other businesses that they work with, other people they work with. It's that networking phase of kind of settling into your positions, your roles, trying to find common ground with people, trying to find common goals and ideas, and pushing forward from that. Here is the next card. We have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, just let it happen. People will show you who they are in time. So I feel like you will very much see who's who and what's what. So there's no need for too much back and forth talking, gossiping, whatever. I think that stick to your guns, stick to your goals. Things will work out in the process, and you will figure out exactly what you're doing and in what direction. It's okay to ponder. The Four of Cups can be this, like, which cup is the best one for me to pursue, and on top of that, here's an extra cup for me to consider, right? So there's a lot of different options in this spread. Okay, so if you chose number 3, that was for you. I didn't choose 3, but I'm not going to tell you guys which one I chose in my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a positive spread, and this is the Taylor Ellis Tarot again. Very, very nice cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the Morgan Greer deck. This is the Italian edition. If you chose number 4, let's take a look at your cards. So your first card is Love, the Two of Cups. So this is Venus in Cancer. Love is coming into your life. You're finding a lot of similarity between yourself and another. You're having, or maybe you're seeking love. Maybe you're love struck. Here is the next card, the Five of Cups. So you're overcoming a disappointment. Maybe you have been rejected really heavily in the past, or something like in your past relationship, not like in the distant past, but in your last relationship, there could have been quite a serious rejection. There could have been like, spilled cups, sad about certain things. And now it's like you're overcompensating, but in a healthy way, to get past the feelings of isolation, loneliness, being let down. At the top of the cards, we have the Eight of Swords. So it becomes like a kind of an issue, because you're trying to figure out exactly how to approach a situation. Do you truly like this person, or are you just not wanting to be alone? Are you trying to prove someone wrong? Are you trying to prove that person who rejected you and show, oh hey, I can fall in love with someone else? It can get deep like that, So you're trying to figure out your bearings. You too have the Two of Swords in the undercurrent, so that means that you're trying to figure out exactly what's the best way. What are your motivations? Are they genuine, or are you being reactive? In the past, you had the Temperance card, which is the card of Sagittarius. You were being protected, and you were moving towards certain goals, new outcomes. This relationship could have been actually quite serious. You could have been thinking that you were moving towards something concrete. You could have been even in a marriage or in a live-in situation. And I feel like it was probably, if not the last, then one of the last relationships that you've had. And so I feel like you're still working out the ideas of it, and boom, here comes another person for you to consider. So you're trying to figure out what is the authentic, what is the genuine approach. The oncoming energy is the Three of Swords. I feel like there's been a lot of hurt, there's been a lot of disappointment. This is an ongoing issue from that past situation. I feel like don't carry the baggage forward is what a general advice for this would be. But I would almost say that you can't really avoid but to face it. At a certain point, you have to face the feelings of disappointment and hurt so you can move past them. So this is almost like catharsis, allowing the hurt to happen so that you can move on. You in the situation, the Six of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. The Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. So you've been contributing a lot to a situation, and you've been kind of living along the physical realm. So money, maybe lunches, something, not delving too deep into what's going on. Around you is the Moon. So I feel like maybe this is concerning a Pisces or a Cancer. In your environment, there are things that you don't trust. So there's three situations here. There's the love situation. There's a past love relationship that is clouding a whole lot of things for you because you were really disappointed about a marriage that didn't work out, or a live-in situation that fell off. And around you now is kind of shadiness. There's not necessarily, there's like hidden things that you don't know about or you haven't been told about, and now you're figuring them out. I would say this is irritating, but I would encourage you not to try to pursue to understand it. And then this is your hopes and fears. It's the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you're really afraid that you're going to be disillusioned once again. So that's probably the thing that's having you keep holding on to something that is hurting you, to keep it real, to keep it controllable, to keep it something that you can influence. Because if you're still holding on to the hurt, then at least you see it coming, right? And so in a weird way, you're perpetuating the hurt that happened to you some time ago, but you're still reconciling the thoughts and the feelings around it. And when you can finally trust and let go and trust in your new relationship, that's when things will get better. Here is your next message, the Three of Pentacles. I think you're going to really draw yourself into your work, apply yourself to whatever you're doing. I do sense that there's like you're kind of deflating the issue or in some way ignoring what's going on around you. I feel like you feel like this is a bad transit, or you don't necessarily feel too encouraged to face all of this. You have closure, you know it happened and you know it's over, and you just can't wait until all the clouds part and you can enjoy life again. So I'm not sure what you're going to choose or what you feel is the best answer, but I do feel like you're more prone to choose to focus on things you can control, such as your work or your money situation. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. So I feel like maybe this is something that you're seeing each other through. The Two of Cups can suggest that there's a relationship already. Maybe this is your partner or this person that you have met who has like all these feelings, because they're like, well, wait a minute, I'm feeling this, but I'm getting mixed signals, and then there's this and indecision and grouchiness and all this stuff, indifference, you know, busyness. They're too busy with whatever they're doing. So maybe the other person is in some way looking at all the things that you're doing and questioning your interest even. There could be also this kind of question about whether or not you're interested in them. And so the other message that came through pretty early on was, be careful with how much of that you indulge in with this person. Even the best connection can be jeopardized with too many, you know, indecisive feelings, thoughts, and ideas, and constantly dwelling in broken hearts. It just is what it is. So get feeling good. I feel like the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is you feeling good about something. So if it's working out, if it's working, whatever you can do to feel better, that's okay. That's coping strategies. So actually, when you do those things when times are hard, you're communicating to your partner or your future partner, or like a love interest, that you have healthy coping strategies. So that should be attractive to a healthy person, right? So I feel like you're doing the right things. It might be a little bit of a sketchy situation right now, but I think you'll get better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick pick a card. I did manage to do it quite quickly. We went through 4 different decks and we did 4 different Celtic crosses. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my playlist down below, and at the end, please leave a comment as you are leaving. Thank you so much. Bye.